How can you win with a hard-to-sell home? Listen up to our next guest, real estate professional at Whissel Realty, Joe Corbisiero.
There is Mr. Corbisiero. How you doing, man?
I'm flexing.
All right. Yes, you're always flexing, which is great. This is a really good topic today, something that people can learn from. In a hot market, there are opportunities, right? And please don't take this personally, but there are people out there who bought bad houses. There's bad houses out there.
Yeah.
Bad floor plans, bad situations.
Bad neighborhood.
Yes. You buy the house, you get in, and then you go, what the heck did we do here? So, but there's an opportunity now, right?
That's right.
Because the market's warm.
That's what I thought.
Hot, even.
Yep. Breaking news. If you got a crappy house, now it's the moment to sell.
That's a wireless mic, by the way.
That's right.
It's wireless. So, I mean, how do you know if you have a bad? I mean, does it scream out to you? Do you know you have a bad? Or some people who are in a house and are like, no, it's fine. They don't realize there are certain things about it that are going to make it a challenge to sell in a normal market.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, we buy what we can afford. Maybe they bought, a couple of years ago, they could afford X amount of money. Then they lived in a house 3, 4, 5 years. They realized that Imperial Avenue is not the greatest neighborhood in San Diego, or the district school is not a liking, or the floor plan just is not what they wanted. So I think this is what I'm going to give a recommendation this type of seller. If you're not happy with your home, sell it. This is the right time to do it. The inventory is extremely low. So index showing that it's been the lowest inventory in the past 13 years.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, as a result, we have multiple offers pretty much, in every, I don't want to say in all price points, because I know there's a Rancho Santa Fe, for instance, on a ultra luxury, things are not selling. Same thing in La Jolla, over $3 to $5 million and up, they're not selling. But if you look at the medium price point, for instance, Scripps Ranch, in the 900,000 and 50, there's 15, 20 offers day one. So if you don't like your house, I really strongly recommend it. Put it on the market. This is the right time.
Yeah. If you got into a house you're not happy with, it's not working for you, you want to make a change. Or, how do you know, what are some of the things that would characterize a bad house? Like a funky layout. Like if you have one of those weird rooms where you open the door and it hits something, or that kind of stuff. Is that what we're talking about?
Look, I think funky layouts is when you see the rooms that are a little too small, number one, or do you have a 1,300 square feet, 5 bedrooms? Have you ever seen a home like that? They're like 8 by 9, 8 by 8.
Yes.
It's like you're pretty much sleeping like this.
Dude, where I'm from in Missouri, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot is like the template house with the teeny tiny 2-car garage. That's the template house, and those bedrooms are small. Everything's small in that 1,000 square, but it's a 3-bedroom, 1,000 square feet. So I have seen some small bedrooms you walk into and you go, how would you even get a bed in here? Yeah. But I haven't seen it in San Diego, but it's out there.
Oh, I've seen stuff like 4 or 5 bedrooms, like 1,200 square feet, 1,180, and I'm wondering, how are you going to put your kid to sleep when he becomes a teenager, or he or she? What are they going to do? Yeah. So that's one example. The other example is have you seen homes that they're actually backing up to the freeway? You cannot move the freeway. Yeah. That noise is there, so you can't change it. At night, during the day, it's a freeway. So if it's one of this situation that's the time to sell right now.
So basically, hard to sell homes.
Yes.
An opportunity now for those sellers.
Correct.
Who maybe checked out mentally to the whole game, thinking that I'll never be able to sell this place when I got into it. Especially people who bought near the peak.
I agree.
Now you might actually be able to, you paid down a little bit, maybe now you can actually get out of the thing.
Yeah, we're, I think, a little above 2006 home pricing. So they have 11 years of mortgages, hopefully, if they refinance 15 times.
Yeah.
So
most of them were upside down and couldn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people who bought in 06.
Right. It's pretty much they're there, So that would be a good recommendation to sell. If they don't like their house or they want to buy something else, probably the right time to go.
Yeah, I would say so too. What do you think about, when we get into a market like this where things are heated up and the inventory is low? It still seems to me, though, like a lot of sellers are overpricing, or they're thinking of a number that's too high.
Right.
But is that what is sort of fueling the market? In other words, because of the fact that people are keep stepping up the next level and we continue to see multiple offers, is that what's causing the market to continue to go higher right here?
Exactly what it is. I think it's demand is so high, supply is very low, and if you overprice a property, you're gonna have many other opportunities out there. A buyer right now, all they're thinking buyers really, because I have conversation with a ton of buyers. Me and my team, we're always talking to buyers on a daily basis. You know what they say to me all the time? The rates are gonna go up. Something's gonna change. And they're right. I mean, they've been talking, and the rates are going to go in the 5.5, right? We're talking about a couple $100 a month, or they're probably going to be eliminated from the market due to lack of affordability. Yeah. So at that point I don't blame them. Yeah, you want to get the house, you like it, it's been all remodeled. It's okay in their mind that they're paying $10,000, $15,000 more than it's worth, right? I've seen multiple offer scenarios, waiving appraisal contingency. I don't recommend that to my clients. I want to sleep at night.
So these are what they're saying. We don't care what it appraises for.
Yeah.
This is our offer.
That's it.
Even if it appraises for $100,000 less, we don't care.
They will come up with a different.
Wow.
I've seen that.
So
I just got a counter offer like that. It was a seller multiple counter offer at $955,000 in the Scripps range, waiving the appraisal contingency. Say to my client, you know what? Never mind. Let's find another home. So are you sure? I'm like, yeah. Because I know it's not going to appraise at that price. It's probably going to come in at $910,000, $915,000 with $40,000. Are you willing to come up with $40,000 difference? I don't feel good about it personally. I don't.
It's a little bit scary. What about, we're talking about, the bad house, which is subjective, obviously, but the concept of if you have a difficult home to sell, weird layout, backs up to the freeway. What about like poor condition? I know there's a lot of people right now, and I was shocked to learn there was some data that was done by one of the retirement communities, and most of people's homes, once they've lived in a home for more than 20 years, which are a lot of people, they tend not to do anything to it. I mean, literally. So, they have houses that were bought in the 70s that haven't been touched.
It's true.
Stuff like that. Now, when you start talking about that, you have to redo everything in a house like that. I mean, roof. I mean, you need to redo the entire kitchen, all the appliances, probably some of the plumbing, piping. That stuff all needs to be looked at again as well. Things have changed so much. So what about someone in that situation? Is it also a good time for them to be a seller because they can get more money, or are the investors still going to lowball someone like that?
Investors out there, I mean, they're like condors, like, whoa, a deal? They call you 15 times. Joe, you got that deal? No, jokes apart. I mean, I've seen properties on the market. Like, it's interesting you asked me this. I just went to visit this house in Mission Hills 2 days ago. They're asking $1,050,000 for a home that should pretty much be knocked down and rebuilt, okay?
That's $1 million lot.
Right. It's been sitting there for a while, though. The house is not selling. So I think two main reasons. Number one is empty and ugly and stinky. Number two, it's unfurnished. I mean, I'm a real estate agent. I've been in the business for a while, so I can envision the space. I can pretty much think about where to put a couch, where to put this, where to put that, right? Even if it's a crappy house, even if it's not the best conditions. But if you keep an empty shell, stinky, with a dirty carpet, and everything is dirty with it, it's going to stay there for a long time.
Does it stink in there?
Big time. And I remember back at designing with foreclosures. It reminded me of foreclosure for a minute. I was like, what is this? I looked at the listing again. I'm like, are you sure this isn't Ariel?
Do you think that house could sell?
Eventually, we'll sell on the right price, for the right price.
Could you sell that house?
Yes.
What would you do to that house to make it sell?
Do you want me to share this?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I will pay out of pocket, honestly, to get the carpet clean, professionally clean. Probably do a little light, fresh, coat of paint. Then I will put some furnishing there. I will stage it. Even if it's ugly, if you stage your property, a first-time home buyer or somebody that's not savvy as, me that I sell homes, is going to probably see potential. Say, okay, perfect. So you can put the couch here and the dining room goes there. Yeah, we just have to change the carpet and put some paint or change the windows. So, it gives a little bit of spark to it,
Takes you a little bit
Correct.
down the road, yeah.
I don't understand why these agents, in 2017, they still think that it's okay to sell a piece of crap stinky with no furniture in there. Honestly, no. I know it's a seller's market and whatever you say, but you're doing a disservice to your client.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know, I'm an advocate. I'm like that. I'm very transparent.
Yeah. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's very Italian too.
Very Italian.
He's very Italian.
Cosa dici?
Okay, so so if you have a bad house, which we're saying is, you know, rough floor plan, a tough to sell house.
Yeah, let's say that.
A house that you go, man, we bought this, it doesn't work for us. We didn't realize that. This is the market that you can get out of it in.
Yeah.
You can get out of that house in this market, potentially scot-free depending upon when you bought it, and then find something that, now that you've learned what it is that you don't like about that house,
That's right.
you can make that correction on the next one.
And another spectrum, buyers, be careful. Don't buy a crappy house.
Yeah.
Don't buy an awkward floor plan. Don't buy a house that's backing up on the freeway unless you're getting a screaming deal. Because once we're going to have the downturn or when things settle and you want to unload that property, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So right now, you know, it's on your favor, sellers, low inventory, ton of demand, so it's okay. But you buyer that you're getting into home ownership, be careful.
Don't be that guy.
Yes.
Joe Corbisiero, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
My
man.
pleasure.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Commercial free.